Well, hello and welcome to a new video. Now this video is a little different from my usual videos because, as you can probably tell by the title, this is an announcement and also a call for help from you guys. Now, you all know how much I appreciate all of my subscribers, and the thing is, I know most of my subscribers have subscribed to me after I've started doing Minecraft videos. So I know a lot of you have subscribed for Minecraft, which is great because I love Minecraft and that's why I make those videos. So I've actually made a website called Minestruck, and it is a Minecraft website. Specifically, it's a Minecraft website designed to create a community for people to share their Minecraft structures using the new structure blocks from 1.10. Thing is, I'm not an artist. I don't do artistic visual stuff very well. I try my best. Doesn't always work out well enough. So although this site is pretty much done, it's functional but not very appealing aesthetically. So what I'm doing with this video is I'm going to show you what Minestruck offers to people who like Minecraft, like us, what it can offer to everyone else, and sort of the community that I want it to grow into. And hopefully that will encourage one of my 500 plus subscribers to volunteer their services as an artist. Now, I know volunteering services doesn't always sound the most appealing. I cannot afford to pay for it. However, anyone who helps will get full credit visible on the website, and you'll be able to say that you helped build the first Minecraft structure sharing community in the world. Which, I don't know, within the Minecraft community, it's pretty great. So let me show you what this is about, and then hopefully someone watching this video will be able to say, oh, I really want to help, and I'm good at art, so let me help. So anyway, this website is currently not released to the public. It doesn't have a domain name yet. It will once everything is complete. So ignore this part. I'm running this on a server right now. But this is Minestruck. So this is the homepage, and it just kind of tells you about structure blocks and what Minestruck is all about. And then down here, it'll show you the latest submission. Now, in this case, since it's not released to the public, all the submissions currently on the site are by me. But as the community grows, once it's released, hopefully we'll get tons and tons of submissions. So this will always show the latest submission. And you can see it tells you who submitted it. It gives you a short piece of the description. It lets you download it immediately, which just goes straight to the download, or you can view it and it tells you how many screenshots there are. The first screenshot will show up here, and of course you can click it, and that will take you to the view page. And it will go a little bit slowly now because I am running, my screen recording software. It slows down my whole computer, but for you, it's not going to go slow at all. So you'll see on the submission page, you'll see who submitted it, when it was added. You'll see the category. There are multiple categories, including a generic other category if it doesn't fit in any of the other categories. The version it was made with, which might be important, for example, if you want to make sure that the structure is compatible with the version you're running. For example, the older snapshots of 1.10 didn't have a structure integrity or seed parameter. So if you can't use those, you might want to get one that was made earlier. So, yeah. So in this case, I just uploaded as a test the End City ship structure that Mojang built. It comes with Minecraft. This is not mine, and therefore it will be gone from this website by the time this is released to the public. This is just for testing. But yeah, so this is what this page looks like. So you can download, of course. There's a link up here and down here. There's the description down here. There's some comments, which, for example, this is the default End City ship, you stole it, blah, blah, blah. I must be signed into comment, but this is something that Ice Metal Punk said. Again, just kind of an example of what you can do. So you can comment on every single submission as long as you're signed in. Now I'll get to registration in a little bit, but just know the only reason for having a Minestruck account is to make sure that there is not so much spam, because this is the internet. And so in order to create content, that is to post comments, to post up your submissions, to favorite stuff, in order to do that, you have to have a Minestruck account. But signing up is free and quick, and no personal information needs to be given, so don't worry about that. Another thing that you can see on this page is this structure analysis. Now, you can upload your structures individually, or you can upload them in structure packs. Structure analysis is only available on individual structures, not packs. But in this case, this is an individual structure, just the Uncity ship. And what it will do is automatically parse out your structure file and grab some information about it. So for example, this tells you the size is 13 by 24 by 29 blocks. There are 935 non-air blocks. There are 14 types of block used, and it tells you exactly how many of each. In this case, it doesn't contain any entities, but in the case of a structure that was saved with entities turned on, it'll tell you yes, and you can drop down just like this with all of the individual entities. They'll tell you exactly what's in it. This is good, for example, if you're going to load the structure into a creative world just to study and look at, and then you want to rebuild it in survival. This will give you a little sort of a bit of information about what you're going to need, the ingredients. Or if you don't trust the user for whatever reason and you think the screenshots they put up might not be completely honest, you can see exactly what's in it, so you're not going to download something if it has a million creepers in it, and you'll know that because it'll say contains creepers, right? So just a little bit of information for your use. So that's the submissions page, but obviously when I come in here, on the home page, I don't want to just necessarily see what the latest submission was. I might want to look and see what's been put up since the last time I visited. So for that, we have the browse function, which just shows all of the structures. Right now there's only 2 because I was just testing, and again, this is not released to the public. But once it is released to the public and the community grows, there will be many more submissions on here to look at. It's going to show 10 per page, and you can just page through it, and yeah. But what happens if you don't know, you don't want to just look through the submissions, you want to look for something specific? Well, for that we have searches. Now, just a note, this little icon here means, as it says, the submission is a structure pack. So if you see this, you'll know it's a pack of multiple structures. Anything without that icon is just a single structure. So pretty simple. But let's say I want to search. So let's say there's 100 submissions and I just want to find a ship, right? So I can just type ship here and search, and it will only show me the ships, which in this case is the End City ship. Right? Simple enough. Now when you search up here, like if I search for ice, it'll show me all of them because it's actually going to search for the title, the author, and the description, all for your keywords. And in this case, ice matches Ice Metal Punk, so it's going to show me everything that I've uploaded. But what happens if you just want to search a specific thing, like a specific user, and not ignore what's in the description, or you just want to search the title and ignore what's in the description, or whatever? For that, we use the advanced search. So this regular search is going to be up in the header all the time, but in the advanced search, you just click that and you get this form, and it lets you search for individual fields. So something that the title contains, the username contains, what version it's made in, and that will always be up to date to the latest version. The description contains any keywords, the category is any keywords, or any of these categories. And you can include single structures only, or just structure packs, or you can search for all submissions. So anything you don't enter here will just be wildcard, whatever exists. Anything you do enter will be, it'll search for just those parameters. You can also show only results from verified users. Now I'll talk about verification when I get to registration, but basically, when you register an account on Minestruck, you have to include your Minecraft username, again, to prevent spam, but you can use any real Minecraft username. However, at any point, you can verify your account, and that'll verify that you are, in fact, the owner of the Minecraft account that you signed up with. And so if you don't, if you want to make sure that the things you're searching for are only from, legitimate sources. So if you want to make sure that the people that are uploading these structures are the people that they say they are in their profile, you can just search for verified users only. Now that will narrow down the amount of results you get because not everyone will be verified, but it'll make it a little more trustworthy, I suppose. Yeah, so if I were to search for the title, or here, the description contains demo, then I get this demo pack because it says demonstrate, right? And then it'll show you all the fields you searched for up here. So pretty simple. And of course, as always, you can click the icon or the view button and get to this structure analysis. In this case, it is a pack. And so if I click structure analysis, it's just going to say it's only available on single structures. Pack analysis might come at a later date. If I do, it's going to be after the release of the site, because it is a little more difficult to analyze multiple structures at once, but it may or may not come. But for now, that's what you get. So, and as you can see, if there's no comments, it'll just say no comments. And then the last thing that you can view as a guest is user profiles. So in this case, most places that a username is shown on the website, if you click it, you will go to a user profile. And that will automatically be linked with their Minecraft skin. And of course, this is only for members, not anonymous users, not guests. But it'll automatically be linked with their Minecraft skin, which will be updated about once a week. I'm working on a way to just click a button on your own profile to automatically refresh your skin and synchronize it. But for now, once a week. It'll tell you when they joined. It'll give you their Minecraft username, and if they're verified, you'll get this verified check mark, and they'll say the user has verified their Minecraft name when you hover over it. If they're not verified, you won't see the check mark. So at a glance, you can tell whether this user is verified or not. And then it'll tell you how many structures they have, and it'll link you to their latest submission. So that's pretty much all you get as a guest. But that's great, because that means you can come on here and look for whatever structures you want. You can search, you can browse. When you get to that, you can download them, you can do all of that stuff. The only thing you can't do without an account is create content. Again, just to reduce spam. So let me show you how to create an account. It's pretty easy. When you're not signed in, you'll get this link over here. It says Join Minestruck or Join Now up here. Either one will take you to the join page. Everything with a star next to it, an asterisk, will be required. So in this case, username, password, password confirmation, and Minecraft username are all required. So in this case, it's telling me username can't be found because I didn't enter anything in there when I left, but yeah. So the username can be anything. This will be what's displayed on all your submissions and on your profile and on your comments. But it does have to be unique. So in this case, if I do Ice Metal Punk, it's going to tell me, sorry, that username is taken, try another. Because obviously Ice Metal Punk already exists as a user. It's my account. So if I call this Quattro, then it won't say that. The password can be anything you want. The security of the password is up to you. It's totally secure on the server, so the password is only as secure as the strength of the password you choose. So, you know, I suggest uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols, at least 8 characters, but that's all really just a guideline. You can make it whatever you want, anything that you're going to remember. So let's just pick one, confirm it. The Minecraft username must be a valid Minecraft username. So if I type one that I know is not a username, or I hope it's not a username, and go away, it'll tell me the Minecraft username you provided can't be found because that is not a valid username. Right? Now, it must also be unique. Each account on Minestruck can only be linked to a single Minecraft username and vice versa. So in this case, if I use Ice Metal Punk, it'll say, sorry, that Minecraft username is associated with an existing account, try another. And that's just saying, hey, one Minecraft account per account on here. So in this case, if I were to do Zombie Cleo, you'll see it says the same thing, because one of my test accounts, I use Zombie Cleo's name. Now that should tell you something. You can sign up with any valid Minecraft username. There is no verification by default. You verify it later if you want. So if I use the name False Symmetry, who is also another Hermitcraft member, it works, and it'll let me sign up with this account. Now that's important to remember. You can sign up with any valid account, but it's not going to be verified unless you verify it later, and I'll show you how to do that. And that's why it's nice to have, to be able to search through stuff and show only verified users, because otherwise you can't really be sure if the Minecraft username is actually their account. Now, I discourage people from using an account that's not theirs, but if people do, this is the internet, stuff happens. If people do, you'll know that they own their Minecraft account if they're verified. So that's kind of the benefit of verification, is that other people will know that you are who you say you are. It gives you a reputation and some trustworthiness on the site. Also, if people come on and they try to register and they get that message saying that the Minecraft username is already associated with an account, and they say, well, wait, I haven't actually created an account, so how is that possible? They'll know if somebody stole their username. So if they contact me and say, I can't register an account because somebody's already using my username, but it's not me, I can go and look at the account and see if they're verified. If they're verified, then I know that they own the account, and I can just respond back and say, nope, sorry, the account has been verified, so they definitely own it, right? Or if the person is not verified, then I can ask the person that's claiming identity theft to verify their account. And if they can do that, then I know that they actually did have their identity stolen. The person who stole the identity will be banned instantly, all access revoked to their account, because I do not tolerate identity theft of any kind on here. And the person who wanted to register will get their account immediately. So that's how that works. So I suggest you verify your account whenever you can, as soon as possible, because if somebody claims identity theft, if they claim you stole their identity and you haven't verified your account, then I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And if they can verify their account, then you're going to get locked out. But I'll talk about verification process later. For now, you'll see there's also email address and confirmation of it, but that does not have an asterisk next to it because it's not required. Email address is optional. However, as this tooltip says, it is required to reset your password if you ever forget it or would like to change it. So at any point, you can go onto your profile once you have an account, and you can add an email address or change it later. Your email address will never be shown to the public. You're not going to get updates from the site or any kind of spam or anything. You're not even going to get a confirmation when you email when you sign up. The only thing the email address is used for is to reset your password. And that's because if you don't have your password, you can't sign in. And so the only way to verify your identity if you can't sign into your account is through your email address. So what that means is, if you don't have an email address on file and you forget your password, which you can reset by clicking Forgot Password, then you're pretty much out of luck. You're not going to be able to get back into your account. And there's nothing I can do about that because I can't verify your identity at that point. Which is why, even though the email address over here is optional, I highly recommend you put in an email address that you're going to be able to receive that password reset link later, just in case you forget it, because it happens to the best of us and I don't want you to get locked out. So in this case, I will use this. This is my spam account, my spam email. But yeah, and then once everything's put in, I just click sign up. If there's any errors, it'll tell me. Otherwise, it'll sign up. Now, I'm not going to create this account because I'm not false symmetry and I don't want to steal her identity here. But yeah, it'll create the account and sign you in immediately. Again, no confirmation email. So once you're signed in, what can you do? Well, let me sign in up here. So if I sign in with Ice Metal Punk and put in my password, then there we go. Now I have, instead of join, I have submit a structure, and up here I have a link to my profile, submit a structure, and sign out. Now you'll notice this profile is a lot bigger than the profile we looked at before, and that's because this is my own profile. I'm signed in as Ice Metal Punk, and I'm looking at Ice Metal Punk's profile. By viewing my own profile, I get many more options. So the first thing you'll see is that the email address is shown here. Again, this is only shown to you. Nobody else will ever see this. And this is where you can change your email address on file, or you can add one if you don't have one. So I suggest, again, as soon as possible, put an email address on there just in case you forget your password. You don't want to get locked down. So there's that. We also get this manager submissions, which I'll show you in a second after I show you how to submit a structure. And this is where you can go through and view everything you've submitted. So let's say this is NCity Ship. So if I click the view button, it will load up the view page, which again, it's just going slow because I'm recording and my whole computer's going slow, but it's not going to be that slow for you. And I get this NCity Ship. So you saw this page before, but I was a guest. Now, as a user, there's a few new things. The first thing is I now have a comments box, so I can post a comment about this structure. You can do this on any structure submission. So in this case, it says this is the default NCity Ship, you stole it. Maybe I want to respond to him and say, Ice Metal Punk, I swear it's just a demo. Don't arrest me. And I post, and it'll just show up right here. And obviously, again, Ice Metal Punk, because there's nobody else here to post comments, so I'm the only one doing it. But that'll be whoever posted the comment. In addition, you'll see this heart. So this is for favorites. So let's say I'm viewing this on a mobile device, and I want to mark something and find it later when I get home so I know to download it on my computer. I can just click this, and it'll turn red, and I have favorited this. Or for example, let's say I just really like it and I don't want to lose it later after it gets buried in the browse section under new submissions, and I might forget how to search for it or whatever the reason is. If I want to find this later, I can just hit that button and favorite it. And obviously I can click it again and unfavorite it. Red means it's favorited. An empty white heart means it's not. So what does that do? Well, if I come back to my main profile here and I reload that, now that I've favorited that, I have NCity Ship in my favorites. And now I can just click this link, which I'm just going to open in a new tab to keep this open. And I can click this link and it goes to, guess where? It'll go to the NCity Ship. It's the same URL here that I favorited. So, and then I can unfavorite it from here, and refavorite it, do whatever. Or I can come into my profile and I have all my favorites listed, and I can unfavorite or refavorite anything on this list. So this way they're all in one place and you can manage them all together in one list. Now, when you click this, it'll unfavorite it and it'll turn white, but it will stay here and you can click it again to favorite it again. That's very important because what's going to happen is if you click it and you accidentally did and you want it back, you can just click it again. But whenever you leave the page or reload it, anything that is not red here will be removed from your favorites. So if I reload, it'll be gone. So yeah, just a little bit of, I guess, a warning or at least a detail about how it works. So you can favorite all your submissions. Now let me show you how to submit a structure of your own. So if I want to submit a structure, I can come in here and click Submit a Structure or Submit Structure up here, and I get this page. So it asked me for a title. Now, you don't have to enter a title. If you don't, the default title is just structure number X. So if you have 5 structures submitted, then it'll be structure number 6. But I'm going to give this a title and say Video Demo. The default description is just no description, but I'm going to say this is the structure I uploaded in the Minestruck video demo, because that's what it is. The Minecraft version is the version that this structure was saved in. I'm just going to leave it at 1.10. And then the category is one of these things. Now, when you switch categories, it'll tell you down here what the category means. So a dungeon is where there's dangers, usually mobs or spawners, which often contain loot chests. The base is a place to use as a home. Atmosphere is just for aesthetics or exploration, not really functional. Redstone devices perform a function based on inputs, clocks, or signals. And then a multi-theme pack is a pack that contains structures which don't fit in the same category. So when you upload a structure, oh, I just noticed that typo. When you upload a structure, you can upload a single structure by itself, or you can upload a zip file containing multiple structures. So if you upload a zip file, but the structures don't all fit under the same category, you can use the multi-theme pack category. So if none of these fit your structure, if you have something way out there that doesn't fit any of these, you can just choose other, and it'll just be something that doesn't fit in the categories. Fair enough. Straightforward. So now, to upload your structure, you will browse for it here. Now it tells you right there is a .nbt file for single structures, .zip file for packs. So in this case, I want to upload a single structure called 4-bit randomizer. And this is a Redstone device. Now you can check, actually, I posted a video recently that actually used this structure to create random numbers on a scoreboard. So I'm going to upload this, and I'm actually going to add that to the description. So video demo randomizer, an 8-bit randomizer. I know I called it 4-bit, but it was actually 8-bit. So an 8-bit scoreboard random number generator. So that's what that is. Now if it's a structure pack, you check this. If it's not, you don't. And that determines a few things, but it will check to make sure it's the right file type. So if you choose a structure pack and you don't upload a zip file, it's going to error and you're not going to be able to upload it. If you don't choose a structure pack and it's not an NBT file, it's going to give you an error and you won't be able to upload it. So yeah, in this case, it is a single NBT file, not a pack, so I will leave it alone. And then here you have screenshots, which are completely optional. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to come into my videos because I'm going to use the thumbnail for that randomizer video as the screenshot. So if we can find scoreboard randomizer, there it is. And then if you want, you can always add more. You can add as many screenshots as you want by clicking that and then selecting them next to the screenshot option. But again, these are totally optional. And now everything is filled in. All the files are chosen, and I can hit submit. And now, ta-da! It's uploaded, and it's here. Video demo randomizer by IceMetalPunk, Redstone devices, and because this is a single structure, it automatically analyzed it, and it tells you it is 8 by 1 by 1 with 8 non-air blocks, 1 type, which is 8 command blocks. And no entities. So straightforward, automatically analyzed it, and that screenshot is right there, and it looks perfect. It's got the description, and you can download it whenever you want. So I'm going to add a comment, say, cool use of command blocks and structure integrity. Post, because I can. And let's favorite that. So now if we go into browse, you'll see that now that's there. And if I do a search for random, that's the only one that says random right now, so I get that. So you can see it all works perfectly, and it should be the latest upload. So the last thing to talk about then, besides verification, is managing your submissions. So now that I have that, I have these 3 submissions, and again I can view them. I already showed you that. But what if I don't want a submission up anymore? So for example, I've updated one, so I want to post a new version, so I can delete the old version and then submit the new version. Or let's say I just don't want people using my structure anymore, I can just delete it. Or for whatever reason, you want to get rid of it, you can come in here, select the ones you don't want anymore. In this case, I'm going to get rid of the end city ship and press delete. Now it says, are you sure you want to delete the selected submissions? This cannot be undone. I'm going to cancel because I don't actually want to delete it. I'll delete the demo pack instead. If I delete and press OK, it disappears and it is gone from the server forever. So that's how you can manage your structures. And then, of course, this latest submission was updated, so everything's all there. So that is most of the function of Minestruck. The last thing is how to verify your account. So in order to show you this, I'm going to have to pause this video and I'm going to have to unverify my account so that I can show you how to verify it. Because obviously, if I'm already verified, I can't verify it again. So I'll be with you in a minute. And we're back. So now you can see that I've unverified my account manually, which you won't be able to do, but I can because it's my server. but I'm just going to do this for the demonstration. So you can see now that check mark has gone away, and instead it says IceMetalPunk on Minecraft with a link to verify the account. So what I want to do is if I want to verify my Minecraft account, I will click verify, and it'll tell me you can now connect to the server. In this case, it's saying 127.0.0.1. That's just, again, because I'm running it on the server and I don't have a domain name yet. You will see a different address here, so pay attention to what it tells you to connect to. But it says to connect to that server with your Minecraft account to get your verification code in the disconnected message. Please remember, it will only be shown once, so write it down before you click the back to serverless button. So now I'm going to show you how to actually get your verification code. So basically I come in here and you go into multiplayer and sign into your account on Minecraft, obviously. And in this one, I have this Minestruck validation server already added to my server list. You don't need to do that. You can do a direct connection. And you're probably going to want to do a direct connection because you only need to connect to the server once. So let's do a direct connection. In this case, again, it tells me 127.0.0.1. It's going to give you a different server. Use the one it tells you. And then click join. And when I click join, it's going to immediately kick me. And so now it'll say connection lost. And that's normal. This server is not a regular server to play on. This is only for verification. So you cannot connect to the server, but when you try to, it'll give you a message. Now, if you've clicked verify on your Minestruck account and you're signing in with the same account that you have set up on Minestruck, it's going to give you this code. So do not click back to server list because you will lose the code. You only get to see this code once because it's not stored anywhere. For security reasons, only the hash is stored on the server, and for those of you who do any kind of programming and computer security, you know what that means. But basically what it means is this is not actually stored anywhere. It's generated when you connect to the server, and it's only sent to you once. So you're going to need to keep track of this. So write this down. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to open this up, and I'm going to write down that code that it gave me. So 233B0D 22BF3CD1B1. Let me just double check. 233B0D 22BF3CD1B1. Yeah. So that is my verification code. I'm going to minimize that and click back to serverless. Now, to show you what happens if you try to do it again and join the server again, instead of getting that code, you're just going to see this account has already received its validation code. It's only sent once, which again is because it has to be because it's not stored anywhere, so I can't retrieve it to send it to you again. The best I can do is if you lose your validation code, you can send me a message. There will be a contact us form on the page on Minestruck before it's released to the public. You can send me a message, tell me you've lost the verification code, and I can go in there and reset your account so that you can go through the verification process again. That's the best I can do for you. I can't give you your code back because it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, so it says that it's already given me the verification code. So I'm going to take the verification code that I have here, and I'm going to paste it in here. Now, if I happen to put the wrong code in, like forgetting that last one, it'll tell me the verification code you supplied was incorrect. But if I have the right code and I click verify, it'll say, congratulations, you have verified your account. Now, once you've verified your account, if you try to connect to the server again, then you will get this message that says, this account is already verified. Congratulations. So, you know, kind of what you'd expect. If you haven't clicked verify on Minestruck, by the way, and you try to sign on to the server, it'll just tell you that the server is for validation only, so you have to try to verify your account in order to actually get the verification code. So that's pretty much it, and now that I have verified my account, we click over here, we'll see, oh, I'm verified. So, pretty simple, and all that does is the only way you can try to connect to the server with the same name is if that's actually your account on Minecraft. So it verifies that you are who you say you are to anyone looking. And I told you what benefits that gives you. There might be more benefits in the future, though I can't imagine what. For now, it's reputation, and you get the benefit of the doubt if anyone says you stole their identity because you can prove that you did not. And that's pretty much it for Minestruck. So, yeah. Again, this needs a facelift. It doesn't look the best. It looks okay, but it really needs a more modern feel. So, if any of you are artists or graphics designers or are good with any kind of like layout design or anything like that, excuse me, just let me know in either the comments below or in a personal message on YouTube. Those are the two best ways to contact me. And give me a shout out. Tell me, hey, I can help, or I know someone who can help. That'd be great. Again, I can't afford to pay for this, but you will get full credit visible on the site everywhere, and you will be able to say that, hey, you helped design the first Minecraft structure sharing community. So, until next time, keep sharing.